So good morning and welcome back to Start Your Day every Wednesday. Well, you know what we do. We bring you issues that matter to us, Black women. And joining us, as always, Ameshia Cross, Brittney Cooper, and Candace, Kelley. And I want to start with what appears to be the three finalists for the Supreme Court. Let's throw up the list. Ketanji Brown Jackson, Michelle Childs, and Leondra Kruger. Those are the leading candidates, as you know. It seems like they're emerging anyway. And Brittney, I want to know what you think we should expect to happen this week.
So they are going to be going through the rest of the vetting process. Alabama, the former senator from Alabama, Doug Jones, has been called in to take them through that process before a nominee is actually picked, and then to steward the nominee through the process. So we're going to be finding out more information about the records of these women. We've got to think about who can both get through the confirmation process. We know that Biden initially always does this thing where he says he wants bipartisan support. And so there's already kind of a campaign going on against some of these nominees and a push from the right to have a more centrist judge, somebody like Leondra Kruger, right? There's already, a push from the more liberal wing, right, to critique somebody like Michelle Childs because she worked for a corporate law firm for a while that often represented big corporate employers in ways that were harmful to unions, even though it's not clear how much participation she had in that. So I think that as Black folks and sort of justice-minded folks, we have to be thinking about who's going to protect our civil rights legacy. We have some big cases coming up around abortion rights, around racial justice. And those are the interests that concern us as a community, and we need folks that are going to be fierce defenders of our rights on those matters.
So, Candace, does it matter, do you think, does President Biden have to balance the court? Because this is going to be his only nomination. That's likely for the court. So what does he have to do?
Well, listen, he's got to make sure that his vetting process is top notch so that when his selection gets in front of Congress and the Senate and goes through the confirmation hearings, that they have crossed all of their T's. The FBI is involved, as we know. They look in the backgrounds, and that vetting process is well on its way. But, whoever he picks is not going to change the balance of the court, that much. This is somebody that is going to be replacing Breyer. This is somebody that we know is going to still lead us with the 6-3 majority. So who is this person going to be? That's going to be the question. And I think that one of the things that the president has to really look at now in order to look at this balance that you're talking about is whether or not this person can actually get confirmed. So it's going to be a numbers game. And that's why I think that Michelle Childs, she stands out as a real standout, if you will, because of the fact that she was just confirmed for her position. And so we look at the bipartisan support there. And I think that that's why she's in the running. And for me, I think if I were the president, I would look at her to be the one in the front lead so that you could definitely secure the person that you want to select, because we've already heard from Republicans that say, hey, no matter what, I'm not supporting President Biden's selection. But we know just a few months ago they did. So I think that Michelle Childs is the strongest one to be looking at this point.
Yeah, and Ameshia, those two senators from South Carolina seem to be joining Representative Clyburn in supporting her. And I don't know if that throws up a red flag for some people, but the politics of this thing are real, including within our community. And so I'm wondering how you feel about that. Is Clyburn, who really wants her, and he's made the case, HBCU, what about diversity of geography in the South? And come on now, everybody doesn't have to be elite and go to these, Harvards and Yales. Is he making a point, but is he also forcing the president's hand?
I think that he is trying to force the president's hand. At the end of this, it's ultimately going to be up to the president. But what we're going to see here is if Jim Clyburn has the kiss the ring figure that he has attempted to be over the course of the past year and a half, particularly as it relates to him bringing Joe Biden over the finish line in the primaries in South Carolina. I think that he's going to keep pushing and tugging at that fact for a very long time. And we're seeing that play out in these Supreme Court picks. And honestly, I think that it's one of the few reasons why we actually see this top three with Michelle Childs actually being on that list. Over just a few weeks ago, she was not considered in the top 3 pick at all. She wasn't even considered in the top 4. Yes, she was in the overall analysis, but she wasn't as high up. I think that is largely in part due to what we're seeing from Jim Clyburn. But with that being said, on a personal note, I definitely think that what we see from Ketanji Brown Jackson is as a candidate, she's probably still amongst the top candidates, the number 1 pick for Joe Biden at this point. But I do think that he's going to be very thorough as he goes through this process, acknowledging the fact that bipartisanship does matter, and at least in the mind frame. But as we all know, and has been stated on this panel already, at the end of the day, there are going to be some dug-in heels of Republicans, even some of which who've already supported these women in the past. Ketanji Brown Jackson had Republican support when she got to the Court of Appeals in D.C. as well, with Lindsey Graham being one of those voices. I definitely think that of the Democrats, the Democratic senators, what we've heard from Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema is that they're going to support whomever Joe Biden actually chooses. So if it comes down between just getting Democratic support, this candidate, whomever he chooses, is going to coast through and become a Supreme Court justice anyway. But to the point that was just made, I think that we have to be very understanding of the fact that within our community, there are a lot of expectations put on the first Black woman sitting on the Supreme Court. Because she will not change the tilt of the court, we have to taper those expectations. This court is still going to be heavily conservative. This court is still going to be one that only has 3 liberal voices on it. And that is going to, in and of itself, not be able to create the seismic shift in some of these issues around abortion rights or around civil rights or education freedoms that we expect. So just for our audiences, let's be real, Joe Biden is getting 1 pick, not enough to flip this court.
And I want to correct myself because I'm in Jackson. I'm in Jackson.
No, go ahead. And Brittney. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, look,
go ahead, Brittney.
Yeah, one of the things that I think really matters here, though, is that this is not just a question about who can shift the court. We've already lost that battle. But let's remember that Ruth Bader Ginsburg also had a kind of moral force on the court, right? And the thing that Black women, I think, often unfairly are forced to do is be a kind of moral force, a kind of moral conscience for the nation. But the reality is that that's often our role. And so I'm looking at which one of these judges is going to step into that role and to not flinch from it, right? And let me say, too, as a kind of petty matter, I don't really like the kind of Jim Clyburn, I'm a kingmaker play. I'm just not here for it. And so, wow. I think community that we should be skeptical of that. I don't know why we think that Jim Clyburn gets to determine the fortunes of like the sort of progress of the Black community. I think he's incrementalist. I think he's moderate in a moment when we need folks who are solidly progressive and who there are no questions about. The reality is that none of these judges are solidly progressive. Their records are kind of all over the board. I tend to like Ketanji Brown Jackson, but I think that one of the things we should actually look at is that Leondra Kruger is kind of the sleeper because she's the youngest. She's only 45, and we need somebody who's going to be there for like the next 40 years and is not going anywhere. And she's an incrementalist, right? She doesn't like big sweeping changes. And so that means that moderates are probably going to put her forward in a particular way as somebody that they can get on board with. But I think as a community or as a set of Black communities, we've got to think about who's going to be liberal, who's going to be a moral force, who's going to call these people out on their foolishness, because those dissenting opinions do create political context for a future moment where we might have more power.
All right. We got a lot more coming up on Sharon's table, but just please, ladies, think about, I don't know if there's protocol. Maybe Candace, you know this. I want to know where this Black woman, it's going to be a Black woman, is going to sit. I want her next to Clarence Thomas, okay, to keep him in check, okay? I want her to say, hold up now.